today we are going to tackle a very important topic, I think, in the hunting community. We're going to take it from a female perspective about some of the questions that are raised when it comes to outdoors women. I think it's not really brought up a lot because it's kind of taboo to talk about a little bit. And unless you are immersed in the hunting world, maybe you don't realize it as much.
You probably don't.
I think it's good that we can talk about it today and address some of these questions. And yeah.
All right, want to dive in?
Sure.
I don't even know what all the questions are.
On Gear Junkie, I found a cool article about women hunting stereotypes, basically.
Yeah.
We are gonna get a little controversial, so here we go. This article is from May 29th of 2019 by Nicole Qualtier. Hopefully I said that right.
I don't know.
Okay, well, you go, Nicole. I'm glad you're addressing the issue and tackling it head on. Hopefully we can elaborate on some of her points and then also include
Our
our own
personal
experiences. The way that Nicole talks about it is she's saying that the struggle for sportswomen is real.
100%. Even if you haven't come across any type of issue personally, I hope you never do, but you very well could.
Right.
And I know I have.
First conversation is asking females, do you actually hunt and fish?
Well, I have not been personally asked this before, but yeah, you do. I mean,
I think people want to know if you're just in it to take Instagram photos or get free
Right.
products or I don't really know what.
I think you can really tell the people who are in it for the hunting, for the fishing, for the outdoors, for the
sportsmanship of it.
Yeah. And then you can also tell the people who aren't, or, you know, who get handed a fish or a gun or a bow. You can tell by the way people are familiar with their equipment and with their weapons, because that is a big telltale factor for me, you know, because you can hand someone something, but if they don't know how to properly hold it.
Muzzle direction.
Oh yeah.
Trigger.
Yep.
Sugar finger.
Mhm.
Are they like, oh yeah, like let's pose and like point it like a
Right.
a gun towards the camera, or if they're wearing like a thong bikini and they have a full face of makeup and like their hair is all tousled and like
And they're duck hunting.
perfect, probably not real life.
They're probably a model
There is
paid for that photo.
They did not wake up like that.
Right. Nothing wrong with it, but they
Nothing
are
wrong with
not in that moment a true hunter.
Right. And that's not to say that they don't hunt or fish or whatever.
Right.
It's just they're doing the photo shoot or
That's
like
not
some
real
type
life.
of pose thing.
Mhm.
Right. I look really rough when I go hunting and fishing because I usually have to get up early, which I don't like doing, but I have a good motivation to do it. It's unfortunate that all the animals like getting up early.
Well, bottom line of that is, do you actually fish and hunt? Yes. Whether you're at the beginning of your journey or whether you are a seasoned hunter, you do actually fish and hunt. All right.
Awesome.
Next one.
Number 2.
Oh.
Why do women cry when they hunt?
Okay. I will get into this because I have cried multiple times for many, many different reasons. Is it because I'm female? I don't know. I do feel and show a lot more emotions than my male counterparts, but when you cry, and it doesn't specify like, do you cry when you kill an animal or because it's, you know, tough or whatever. Whenever I've harvested an animal, you know, especially a big game animal like a bear, elk, or a deer, I do cry. And it's not because of, oh my gosh, I killed it. Yes, you feel remorse for the life that you've taken, but it's more all the emotions, all the hard work you put into it, the prepping before, the working on your, if you're shooting a bow, if you were increasing your draw weight, or if you're shooting your rifle, getting that sighted in, all of the prep work that goes to that one moment that is literally over in seconds, all that emotion is coming out. So, and there's going to be a lot of women that aren't going to cry. Like, she probably won't.
No, and I haven't cried for any animal that I've harvested, but I think like when it comes to waterfowl hunting, I guess like for me, thinking about like when I shot my first duck, I didn't feel bad because I knew that it had grown up in a natural environment. It had a great habitat. So I would rather eat something that has lived a nice, healthy life and it was a fair play, a fair game, fair chase, whatever you want to call it. That duck had just as much opportunity to get away, and it's not in a little box that, you know, like a chicken that is going to be plucked and killed and then cut up. So I like thinking about it from that aspect, I guess, if that makes sense.
And I think too with the crying part, it, you know, it's based on your personality, who you are. I am a much more emotional person, or sensitive. I show my emotions more than she does. So she and I can be in the exact same situation and handle it completely differently. So I don't think people cry because they're female. I think that's complete and utter bullshit.
I've also seen guys like completely break down after harvesting an animal.
Because you put all that hard work into it, and you have worked your butt off for that moment. So moving on, I'm over it.
Okay. So long story short, yes, some women do cry when they hunt, some don't.
It should
some
say,
men.
Why do people cry when they hunt?
Right. I like it. I think this next one is going to be Sarah's personal favorite of the questions here. The topic of shrink it and pink it.
Oh. Okay. Shrink it and pink it. I feel very, very strongly for this because 1, I don't like pink. 2, if you shrink it, it's probably not going to fit me because I'm not 5'2". And complete and utter BS. I mean, we want gear that we can go out there and we can go through all the hard shit like everyone else. And we want gear that is not at a higher price point because it is made for a woman or because they put pink on it or whatever. And if you like pink, more power to you. I want gear like First Light or Sitka that I can actually use, that is functional, that is fit for my body, comfortable, and that can withstand all the crap I put it through. I do not like shrink it and pink it at all.
I don't mind pink. I don't mind wearing it. I don't know, like for me it's not as big of a deal, but I think it's just like with anything else. If I want to wear it that day, then I wear it. If it makes sense to wear it and it's functional, like you said. And then there's other times where I'm like, no, I'm going turkey hunting. They can see me from a mile away. I need to be like completely camoed out, and any colors, any whatever, they're going to be like, yeah, nice try. So I guess it just depends on the situation, and at the end of the day, shrink it and pink it. We didn't include you and we're sorry or not sorry. So men going out into the field, not inviting females.
I haven't had that myself, but on a couple of the different groups we're on, I know that that is actually a pretty big struggle. And from what I have seen, I can only assume, which is not a good thing to do, but that maybe they think, you know, it's guy time or whatever. So go out and have girl time if you have other women who you can hunt with. If you want to go with your guy friend, your boyfriend, your husband, whoever, make it known. And if they won't take you, get online and find these other groups of women that you can connect with. And get out there and make other friends, make other connections. There's plenty of different groups out there that you can find. So don't wait around for the men.
Some guys, they actually will be surprisingly open to it. You know, there could be some male hunters that are like, thank goodness I have another person to go with me. It's safer. There's somebody to help carry the load. someone to mentor. Guys freaking love mentoring other people. That is like a fact. I don't know, like they like doing their own thing, but I think that giving people the opportunity to be mentors is also super important. And if you don't ask, then you'll never know. So I guess that's kind of my...
Well, and how freaking badass is it to be able to take your partner out there with you hunting?
Right. It's a whole nother dynamic too, because you're working with them in a team dynamic to accomplish a goal together. You go through all the struggles. You have someone to lean on, someone to also encourage you and bring you back up, you know, both ways. Just ask.
I think, and if men in your life won't go with you, find women or find other men. I mean, there's going to be plenty of people, especially with the internet and with, you know, social media, with different groups like Hunting Wives. I mean,
Huntress.
Yep. There's
Her Wilderness. There's a lot of stuff.
There's a lot out there that you can connect with.
Right.
You know, and
go out
hit
there.
us up too.
Yeah, hit us up.
Let us know. I mean, if you're in the area, we're always looking for more people to connect with, to go out hunting with, go out hiking with, anything like that. Or if you have any other questions, definitely, you know,
reach out.
Yeah, leave us a message.
The next one is Huntress versus Hunter. I have heard this one.
Yeah, I've read a couple different articles on.
For me, I don't really care. I think it's used synonymously. If you want to say that I'm a hunter, I feel like it's the same thing as like an actor and actress. Some actresses like being called actors and just leaving it as that at that, or they want to be called an actress. I kind of carry that over until like a hunter versus huntress. You can call me a hunter or huntress. I don't really get offended either way. But I think there is a stereotype that is attached to the huntress label. And I think it's unfortunate, but I think that, like for me anyways, I'm just going to keep using it. I'm going to keep using the hashtag Huntress. I'm going to keep doing whatever because I want people to identify Huntress with an actual huntress that is in the field doing stuff, getting dirty, you know, going out there and putting in the work. So I want to change that.
I did an article and it was women who were a bit more mature, so women who were in like their 40s or their 50s, they preferred to be called a huntress, where women who were a little bit younger, they wanted to be called a hunter because of the Instagram huntress, you know, stereotype, kind of like what we touched on earlier, the women who were, you know, they don't know how to hold a gun or a bow and all that. And when I hear the term huntress, that is what my mind instantly goes to. Call me whatever you want. I use hunter a lot, really all the time, where you use huntress a lot.
Yeah.
And either way, it doesn't matter. A word is a word, but I do like what you were saying about, you know, changing that current stereotype or thought of that word.
Yep. Every time you guys type in, you know, huntress and you want to see a girl on the thong and whatever, you're going to see my muddy face next to it being like, we need to change the stereotype and the labeling. And it's a word. I don't know. I think when you give a word power, then it defines you in a negative way. But when you don't give a word power, a label or whatever, a stereotype power over you, then like you will feel so amazing and you won't really give a crap and people can call you whatever they want. And at the end of the day, you identify with whatever you want to be called or identified. And if it really concerns you or you don't like what someone's calling you, correct them. And that was the 5 controversial topics that we have tackled. Again, thanks Gear Junkie for this article that they put out in the end of May this year. And I think that I hope you guys got a little bit of, something out of it and
Information. If not, you learned our opinion.
Right. And you know what? We're just 2 opinions. So everyone's going to develop their own. And especially if you're a female hunter, Right.
Like a butthole.
Yeah. Everyone has one and they all stink. As you get more into the hunting and fishing and outdoors, you'll find your own label if you want a label. Or you can just say that you don't want a label. You know, I don't know. I feel like in this day and age, people get so concerned about labels that, I don't know. If you don't like what someone's calling you, tell them what you want them to call you. And if you don't care, then don't correct them.
There you go.
So, all right, friends, we will talk to you later. Make sure if you guys enjoyed our content today to give us a like,
subscribe.
And if you guys have anything you want to add, I mean, let's start a conversation about it.
Yeah.
Message us, comment below. If you guys have experienced in these 5 controversial topics, we want to hear your input too. Because like I said, we're only 2 female hunters. So Huntresses. See, whatever you want.
Right.
And just let us know how you navigate these challenges in the outdoors being a woman. So,
all right, we will talk to you later.
Bye. That is the tea on that. Sip it good. Okay. We don't want to be princesses in the field. We want to be warrior. Or, oops, sorry. So,
we'll bleep it.